Your lifetime value to customer acquisition cost ratio is below 4 to 1. Gate 1 is red. The first thing every owner does is look at their marketing budget and start cutting. And that's almost always the wrong move. When customer economics are broken, the instinct is to spend less on acquiring customers. But if the problem is how much those customers are worth, not what you spend to get them, cutting spend just slows your revenue without fixing the equation. Across the service businesses we diagnose, when LTV to CAC is red, the fix lives in the marketing budget less than 25% of the time. I'm going to show you the 3 things that kill lifetime value, show you where each fix actually lives, and 2 of them aren't even in marketing. Let's say your lifetime value to customer acquisition cost is 3 to 1, below the 4 to 1 target. Gate 1 is red. The math says for every dollar you spend on acquisition, you're only getting $3 in customer value. That is not enough. Now, we're talking about all of our sales and marketing spend. We're not just talking about paid ads here. And the reflex is to cut the spend, reduce the marketing budget, slow down acquisition. We're spending too much on marketing. But watch what happens when you cut. You pull back on marketing means fewer leads, fewer customers, revenue slows down, and the customers you do have, they're still only worth what they were worth before. The ratio, it doesn't change because you didn't fix what made it broken. 3 to 1 doesn't become 4 to 1 by spending less. It becomes 4 to 1 by making customers more valuable. The ratio has 2 sides. Most owners only look at the cost side, what they spend to acquire. The leverage is almost always on the value side, what a customer is worth over their lifetime. And when LTV is low, there are exactly 3 reasons. 3 things kill LTV. And the first one, the most common, isn't a marketing problem at all. It's a delivery problem. 10%. That's the annual churn target for service businesses. About 15% is concerning and 25% is a crisis. And it's more common than you'd think. And this goes for different types of businesses as well, whether it's projects, whether it's annual recurring, monthly recurring, quarterly recurring. There's different ways to calculate it, but it remains the same across all of the companies. Here's what churn does to lifetime value. You have a customer paying $3,000 a month. That's $36 a year. If that customer stays 10 years, which is normal for service businesses, that's $360,000 in lifetime value. That's strong. But if your annual churn is 25%, you're losing a quarter of your customers every year. On average, that means a 4-year customer lifetime instead of 10. That's $360,000 customer just became a $144,000 customer. Now, run that through the gate. If your customer acquisition cost is $30,000 and LTV is $360, that's 12 to 1. And that's exceptional. But if churn cuts that lifetime from 10 to 4 years, lifetime value drops to $144,000. And the ratio drops to 4.8 to 1, which is barely passing. Now, push churn a little higher. What happens if we're at 30%? Average lifetime drops to just over 3 years. You went from 12 to 1, exceptional, sitting right on the line from churn alone. Same contract value, same monthly revenue, same acquisition cost, just churn ate 2/3 of the lifetime value. Here's the math. And if you have smaller contracts, say $1,500 a month instead of $3,000, the math, it gets ugly fast. Churn quietly drags lifetime value below the gate, and the owner blames marketing. Here's what matters. High churn is almost always a delivery problem. It's not a marketing problem. Customers leave because of poor onboarding, weak account management, or a service that doesn't deliver what was promised. The fix lives in operations and sometimes in sales, not in the marketing budget. If you cut marketing spend to fix a churn problem, you've now got fewer customers and they're still leaving. That's killer 1. And the fix isn't marketing at all. Killer 2 is also hiding outside the marketing budget. What does your average customer pay per year? Not your biggest client, not your smallest, the average across your entire book. If that number is lower than what similar businesses charge for similar work, lifetime value is being dragged down at the source, and no amount of marketing optimization can fix it. Here's the scenario. Your average customer pays $36,000 a year. Market rate for your service at your level is $60, underpriced by 40%. That gap flows straight into lifetime value. A customer who pays $36,000 for for 5 years generates 180,000. That same customer at 60 generates 300,000. Same customer, same retention, same delivery cost. 120,000 more in lifetime value just from pricing. Check out the math. If average order value is low, this is a pricing problem, and pricing is owned by the gross margin diagnostic. Run the close rate bands from the COGS videos. If close rate is above 50%, you're underpriced, and the bands tell you how much. Sales and marketing doesn't set price. Sales and marketing optimizes how you acquire customers at whatever price the cost of goods sold diagnostic has set. If lifetime value is low because of average order value, the fix loops back to gross margin, not forward into marketing. And I'm a CFO, and normally sales and marketing and finance don't go together, but a lot of the times it's not marketing that has the problem. There's other variables like this. Churn, delivery problem. Low average order value, pricing problem. The third killer is the only one that's actually a sales and marketing problem, and it's the one most service businesses have never built a system for. Look at your customer revenue in year 1 versus year 3. If the numbers are the same or close to it, you have a flat revenue problem. Your customers aren't growing with you. In service businesses, expansion is one of the biggest lifetime value levers. A customer who starts at 36,000 and then grows to 60 by year 3 has dramatically higher lifetime value than one who stays flat. But most service businesses don't have expansion paths built. There's one tier, one package, one price. The customer gets the same thing in year 3 that they got in year 1. There's no reason for them to spend more because you never gave them one. The fix is building the paths, upsell tiers, basic, premium to enterprise, cross sells, additional services that complement what they already buy, account growth milestones, yearly increases at least because your employees get a yearly raise, so you're not shrinking the amount of gross profit that you're actually making. And at this stage, here's what you should add. These specific things. This is the one LTV killer that actually lives inside sales and marketing. It's your offer architecture and your expansion sales process. And it's the one most owners have never systematized. Remarketing to your existing people to give them more offering. If this diagnostic is making sense, subscribe. Next video, we go deep on the lifetime value to customer acquisition cost calculation. How do you actually run it on your numbers? 3 things. Kill LTV, and that is churn, and it's a delivery problem. Low average order value, it's a pricing problem. No expansion. That's the one you build inside sales and marketing. Fix those in that order, and LTV will rise. Lifetime value rises, and the ratio fixes itself, often without touching your marketing budget at all. In the next video, most owners who calculate lifetime value to CAC get the number wrong, and the direction of the error matters. If you're undercounting lifetime value, you might cut marketing that it's actually working. If you're overcounting, you're funding a hole. I'll show you how to run it properly and which mistake is more dangerous. If you want us to run this free diagnostic on your business, again, service businesses, 2 to 20 million, links in the description. We only do 15 a month because these are fairly intensive.